before we dive in, has everyone got a pen and paper? You can whip out your pen and paper. If you don't have one, you can always type it in the notes section of your phone. And if you're going to use your phone, pop your phone on aeroplane mode, because it's very tempting to get distracted by Instagram and all sorts of fun things on there. So everyone put your right hand really high in the sky. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions before we dive in. So really high in the sky. Leave your hand up if you have found yourself ever in an argument with someone and it's got so heated that by the end of it you're like, what were we actually arguing about? Has anyone had that situation? Yeah, everyone. Okay, cool. And leave your hand up if you have ever found yourself in a very, very heated argument which is carried on for weeks, if not months, if not years. Yeah, oh, not so many. Okay, cool. Leave your hand up if you have relationships in your life and you would like to learn 3 of the best ways that you can create rocking relationships and take them to the next level. Everyone's like, yes! Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about, we've got some little dancers up the back there. Tonight we're going to be talking about relationships and how to really take them to the next level. I've been fascinated with studying the way we interact as human beings. Ultimately, we are hardwired for connection and intimacy, and whether you like it or not, you are going to interact with people on a daily basis. And these are 3 of the best things that have helped me really cultivate beautiful relationships in my life and really helped me take them to the next level. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys today. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, and I've spoken about this once before for a few girls who have been here before, and this is the concept of understanding that everyone, even every single person in this room, is on a different operating system. Now, what I mean by that is like we have with our iPhones, there's, different operating systems. There's iOS, 5 or is there? I don't even really know. iOS 5, iOS 7, is that right? Something like that. So we're all on different operating systems and, I might be on iOS, let's call it white, you might be on iOS blue, you might be on iOS green, and no one is right or wrong. No one is better than the other. They're just different. And when you really remind yourself and understand that everyone is just doing the best that they can given the knowledge and the understanding that they have at that time in their life and that they're on a different operating system, it really does take the pressure off. So I want you guys to write down any relationships in your life right now that you're feeling quite challenged by. Maybe something happened, or any relationship that you really are struggling with. Does anyone not have one? Yay, one person, but one, that's it. That's awesome. That's great. Let's give her a round of applause. Awesome, that's really exciting. As for the rest of you, we'll go there. But yeah, any relationships, and you might just have one that you really feel like not quite sure how to move through this with as much ease and grace as I possibly can. So by the end of the night, I really hope you'll be able to do that. So yeah, write down a couple of relationships that you might have that are really challenging you, that you're really struggling with, and then let's just yell a couple out. Go for it.
Work colleagues.
A work colleague, yep. Has anyone else got work colleagues? Yeah, lots of people. What else?
My dad.
Dad, so family members. Has anyone got a family member? I've got lots of those. Anyone else? Flatmates. Housemates. Yeah. Who else? Friends, some friends, yep. Yourself. Good one. Really good one. Yeah. Anyone else? Kids' dad, so stepchildren. Kids.
They're my ex. I was the ex, but
Okay, right. So your children's, okay, yeah. So your children's father. Gotcha. Anyone else?
Ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriends, yes. Ex-husbands. Yeah. Anyone else?
New boyfriend.
New boyfriends. Poor guy. Have we said all of them? I think we have. So when you kind of really understand that everyone is on a different operating system, you're going to look at those relationships that you wrote down in a very, very different light. One of my main aims in life is to live as judgment-free as possible. But from the moment we wake up, we walk into the bathroom and we judge. I look fat today, I look ugly, I look tired. We then walk down the street, they're ugly pants. What is she wearing that for? That person was really rude. So all day, all we do is judge, 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 judge. All day. Judge ourselves and we judge other people. Yes, we do. Whether we like it or not, we do. And it's really an art. To live a judgment-free life is something that I work on daily. Every single day I catch myself judging myself or judging someone else. And it might be something so little like, oh, I wouldn't have turned left. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have reversed like that. But it's still a judgment. And that energy vibrates at a very different frequency to love. Judgmental energy vibrates at the same sort of frequency as negativity and anger and frustration and resentment. And we want to raise our vibration. We want to live in a high vibrational state. And when we're constantly judging, we're lowering our vibration. Does that make sense? And what my aim is to help you guys elevate your vibration, because when everything is energy, and when you're vibrating at a higher energy, you're going to attract very different experiences into your life. So remembering that everyone is on a different operating system without labeling and judging can feel really challenging in moments, especially if they're triggering you, but it is one of the biggest keys to all of your relationships. Absolute key, it's essential. And if you really want to live a judgment-free life. And we're not taught how to have relationships in school. Like I wish there was a subject at school on cultivating kick-ass relationships or something like that. And it taught you how to be in a relationship, like in a nice, harmonious relationship. Like that would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of therapy over the years. But, you know, we kind of learn through fumbling through life, but I don't want you guys to fumble. That's why I'm going to give you these 3 tools tonight that are really, really going to help you. And like everything, it comes back down to awareness. When you're super aware and conscious of what's going on, you're able to catch when you are judging a lot quicker. Does that make sense? So this is the first step. We have to remember everyone is on a different operating system. Can you see with that list of people that you wrote down, if you just take a look at it, can you see that you guys, you and that person or you and those people are on different systems? Yes, yes. This would have saved me years and years, if I knew this, years and years of heartache over fighting with my sister. You know, we used to butt heads so much all through our teen years and my early 20s because we just didn't get each other. We really didn't understand why we were butting heads, and it was always blaming and judging and pointing the finger at the other person. But like I always say, every time you point the finger at someone else, there's 3 fingers pointing right back at you. And if I had have known that we were just on different systems, it really would have saved a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, and a lot of stress in my life. So can everyone see, if they look at that list, that you guys are on different systems? Can anyone not see it? Did you want to ask a question?
No, I was just raising my hand.
Oh, okay. Can anyone not see that you're on a different system to those people? Okay, great. So now our job is to look at this list and go, okay, we're on a different operating system, but not to judge that person. That's the challenge. Because what we want to do is go, well, I'm right and they're wrong. And they shouldn't treat me like this. And they should act in accordance to my beliefs and my operating system. But ultimately, everyone is hardwired very, very differently. We all have different beliefs. We all have different values. We all have different goals and dreams and aspirations, yes? And who the hell are we to say ours are right and yours are wrong? That is totally arrogant of us to make that assumption. And I find it, seriously imagine if we all were on the same operating system, we all had exactly the same beliefs, we all had the same values, we all had the same morals, we all had the same goals, it'd kind of be a bit boring. But this is what creates conversation and discussion, is that we are all so different. And we all are entitled to our own beliefs and our own opinions. Yeah? That's exciting. That's what makes us all so uniquely us. We're all so unique. We all have very different beliefs. And what our job is to remind ourselves that everyone is on a different system. This honestly is key to happiness in all of your relationships. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Is anyone like, nah, they're not on the same, I'm just not even going to go there and believe this? Does anyone have any resistance? No, everyone's like, okay, cool. This is good. So the next thing that has really, really helped for me over the years is I learned this from a spiritual teacher called Dr. John Demartini. Have any of you guys heard of him? He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I just interviewed him yesterday for my podcast, which he's just mind-blowing, that man. So he talks a lot about relationships and the idea of projecting and seeking unity in a relationship. So in every single interaction with every human being that we have, both people are constantly trying to seek unity. So if someone is, here and yelling at you and screaming at you and fighting with you and wanting to cause an argument with you, they're simply trying to seek unity. And then if someone's up here and they're really bubbly and they're so excited and they're happy and they're energetic, they want to bring you to that level. And we're constantly in every single interaction trying to seek unity and be on the same level.